Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to have really good tenants, what to do, what not to do, how to find really good ones. I hit my table just now. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm a real estate investor. I do it in Louisville, Kentucky. I've been doing it for years now. I'm also part of a local Louisville real estate group, and I like to take whatever I've learned from them and hand it off to you. All right, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Do not come after me if things don't go well. And not financial advice. Talk to a professional. All right, so point number one, where are we going to find tenants? There's a couple different ways you can do that. I think there are three main ways. Obviously, this could expand into other ways, but here are the three ways that I find that are the most common. So you got Facebook Marketplace. Number two, you have Zillow listings. Number three, you just have word of mouth or people who walk by on the street, see the for sale sign, the for rent sign, and they say, oh, I should give them a call and see if they want to rent the property to me. I should know that, yes, you can do the for rent sign in front of your house, but there's a couple reasons why I personally don't like that choice. Number one, when you list something on Facebook, you can actually see the profile of the person who's inquiring about the property that you're listing. With a for rent sign, all you get is a phone number, and you have no idea what kind of life they live. When you're listing on Facebook Marketplace, it's a whole lot easier to see if they got baby mama, baby daddy drama, or if they have a bunch of posts that say F my previous landlord, he's a POS, or whatever else. So for me, I prefer Facebook Marketplace to list most of my listings for that reason. And while you cannot deny someone because of the you can do a couple things. Also, I should briefly point out that the Fair Housing Act only covers a couple of things. And I'm going to list them right now, so give me 1 second. Protected classes under the Fair Housing Act: race, color, national origin, religion, sex, familial status, and disability. However, it does not mention criminal background. It also doesn't mention credit score. And something that was taught to me, which I will now pass on to you, is the best way to get someone to say no to you is you can say yes to people, especially for the two that I mentioned, not for the other ones. You do the other ones, you're going to get in legal trouble. But for the two that I mentioned, for criminal background, like previous evictions, or bad credit history, what I like to do is give them a conditional yes that they're probably gonna say no, but if they do say yes, at least you alleviated your risk. If they do say yes, at least you've alleviated your risk. So what does that mean? If someone comes to me and they're like, yeah, I've got evicted 3 times, credit score's nothing above 580, and I hate every landlord I've ever met, I'm going to ask for a freaking triple deposit and I'm going to be like 6 months of rent in advance because WTF, bro. What about this says that this isn't a risk for me? You got red flags everywhere, man. And I don't just willy-nilly take risks. That's awful. Some other things I should mention, and I'm reading them now, but you cannot refuse to rent, sell, or negotiate for housing. So don't change the rent on someone. Don't change the rental price. You have to treat everyone the same. Setting different terms, conditions, or privileges for housing or loans. Again, this is based off of the other ones, not the criminal background and not for bad credit. The other one, falsely claiming that a property is unavailable for inspection or rental. Do not do this. If you're listing something, you mean it. By the way, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, they do this. I don't know where you're from. They probably do it as well. It's very likely. But the local ordinances will act like fake tenants and be like, hey, is this property available? Or what neighborhood do you live in? Or what neighborhoods do you recommend? And if you say no to those people, they're fishing for you. They're looking for you, all right? So don't get caught up by the city trying to give you a $10,000 fine because you didn't know what the Fair Housing Act was or what the rules are. Let's go to the next part. Something else that I should mention about Facebook listings and why I prefer them the most is because Facebook probably gets me 15 times more messages than I would have through Zillow or whatever else. or even just, again, putting a sign out front of your house saying this is for rent. By the way, another reason why that's not a good idea is because you're basically telling the neighborhood, by the way, this house is empty. No one's stopping you from walking up. What a terrible idea. Don't do that. I don't like doing that. I don't recommend doing that. Point number 2. Now that we have a rental listing, what should we put in the description of the rental listing? There's a couple things that we could put in there, and I highly recommend that we do. You can even ask if you want something simple or just take a template online. I really don't care how you get it, just as long as you include these things, so let's go over them now. The base rent amount, length of the lease or preferred length, the deposit amount, typically this is 1 month worth of rent. Salary to income ratio, this is typically 3 times the rent. When is the rent due? Probably the first every month. What's the penalty if they don't pay on time? And typically for me, I do a $50 late fee, and then I also have like an additional like $5 a day for the first 4 days, and then legally, I think it's either 4 or 7 days, don't quote me on this, you can send a formal eviction notice to the residents. Next one, is renter's insurance required? The pet rental fee. I charge $20 per pet. It's actually pretty light. I mean, as you guys know, if you guys rent yourselves, it's actually pretty cheap. Most places I'm seeing about $50, but for me, $20, and that's kind of that's like our business's edge in the market. That's how we can we get more tenants. And it hasn't burned me yet, knock on wood, but I guess when that day comes, then maybe I'll change it. May change my opinion, but right now, $20 per pet. And the other thing I include is that the yard is maintained by them. And then the other thing I include is that the utilities are covered by the tenant or management, because if I'm paying for the utilities, they're going to rack up a bill. If they pay for it, they're more ecologically minded and they don't use as much utility. So it's good on both parts. All right. And then the next point, please give me a follow if this is helpful to you in any facet at all. And if it's not, tell me why, because I want to make these videos better for you. I think the next time I do a video like this, I'm actually going to like record myself going out to a house and I'm going to be like, hey, we fixed this. We did this. This is how much value we got. Look at all the stuff we got from other properties that we've done that we used for this property because it's still functional. Stay tuned for that. I'll do that. I don't know when I'm going to do it. Probably the next video. So now that we have the description, we've put all the data in. What are we going to do now? I'm going to take all of that. I'm going to go to Google or GPT or whatever you're using. You're going to translate it into Spanish. You're going to put that right below. Another thing you guys should look out for, and this is very common on Facebook, even if you don't list on Facebook and you only listed on Zillow, this would still happen to you, and I've seen it before. People will go and take photos of your house and create fake rental listings in your name and then try to collect money. These freaking scam artists. Don't. This is how you protect yourself. What I do is I take my application, their rental application, I put it in the video, and I say, hey, if you don't see this piece of paper and sign it, and if you don't walk the property, but someone's asking for money, it's a scam. Do not pay them. If you have not walked the property and you didn't see this piece of paper, you're getting scammed. All right. Only I have the rental application, and I know what it looks like. So and they're not gonna like look at this and try to make a haphazard version of it. I mean, they could, but it'd be a waste of time. So that's how I get rid of the scam artists. All right. That's it for tenants. I think that's everything. Shoot, we did it. So we've gone through the entire series. Hopefully you've watched the other videos. We've gone through the entire series, how to find the property, how to run the numbers on the property, how to walk the property and who should come with you. We've talked about how to get tenants. We've also talked about refinancing and which financing lending vehicles you should be using. So at this point, you just rinse and repeat. From this point forward, I'm just going to show you guys tips and tricks, and then maybe 6 months from now or something, I'll restart the cycle, make better videos, I'll have better quality content. You won't see laundry in the back of my room. Maybe I'll have like a giant cardboard cutout of a llama because I'm a big llama fan, as you can tell. My voice didn't crack, as you can tell. And thus the cycle begins again. I'm looking at my YouTube script, so bear with me. Subscribe, I said that. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys. That's it. All right, cool. Thanks so much. Peace.